Good morning, boys and girls. It's Monday again, and that means it is time for phonics, where we look at our new sound for the week. And guess what? This week is going to be a bit different because you are actually looking at two different sounds. The sound U and the sound I. But if you look carefully at the screen, you see that U is followed by an E and I is also followed by an E. But as you know, when there is a vowel followed by another vowel, often you don't hear the sound of the second vowel, just the first. So we just hear the U sound, we just hear the I sound, because of course Mr. E in both instances is so busy looking for robots, he doesn't say a thing. Let's start by looking at the U sound, okay? Here are some U words. Have a look at the screen and see if you can read them. Okay, let's start with glue. So there's the word glue. Let's change to a lighter color. Then we've got clue. The detective got a clue as to who the murderer was. True. Is it true that it is going to rain today? Avenue. An avenue is like a street. Blue. You know that word, blue. Argue. When you talk back to somebody. Rescue. There's a rescue van. And here's a name at the top. Sue. Okay, so there's some oo words to get you thinking about that sound. Let's now look at the I words. See if you can read those words to yourselves. Okay, let's start with the word lie. I told a lie to my mom and then I felt bad. Lie. Tie. Dad might wear a tie to work. Pie. I was so hungry I ate the whole pie. Spied. I spied some footprints on the floor. Tried. I tried my best in the race. And lastly, cried. I cried when I heard that there would be no school tomorrow. Haha, would you really have cried? Okay, so there are some I words. What I want you to do now is to get your whiteboard and marker, please, and to divide your whiteboard in half. As you can see, I've got a red line there. Divide it in half. Then on the left-hand side, write IE, and on the right-hand side, write UE. Press pause while you do that. Okay, I am now going to read you some words, and your job is to think which column will these words go under. Will they go under the I column, or will they go under the U column? Are you ready? So as I say the word, you decide which column is it going to go under, and then you are going to write it under the right column. Okay, first word, flies, flies, flies. There are flies on the cake, flies. Make sure you've chosen which column and you've written it down. Next word, fuel. Fuel. This is the petrol we're talking about. Fuel. Fuel. Don't worry too much about spelling. I will help you with that later. But the focus at right now is to get it in the right column, either the I column or the U column. Next word, value. 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 Die. 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 Avenue. Avenue. Like a street, an avenue. Pie. 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 Tissue. Tissue. Grab a tissue. Tissue. Tried. Tried. I tried my best. And lastly, Tuesday. 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 Okay, are you ready? Let's see if you put them under the correct column. Flies. So flies goes under the IE column. Fuel. Fuel, as in petrol, goes under the U column. Value. Value also goes under the U column. Value. Die goes under the I column. Avenue under the U column. Pie under the I column. Tissue under the U column. Tried under the I column. And Tuesday under the U column. So you should have 4 words under the I column and 5 words under the U column. Did you get that right? Okay, now 1 minute task. Press pause, and for the words that you can, draw a little picture next to it so that you can think about that word and say the word as you are drawing the picture. Quickly, not a fancy picture, little sketch, stick figures if you need to, just to associate the word with a picture. 1 minute, press pause, go. Okay, are your pictures drawn? Let's see. So I got flies. For die, I chose a cross. For pie, a yummy pie. I couldn't think of anything for tried. Couldn't think of a picture. Maybe you did. Fuel. I've got a fuel pump, putting petrol or diesel in the car. Value. Now it's good value. When something's on sale, you buy 3 for the price of 2. That's good value. So I associated that with a sales sign. Avenue, along street or road. And often you think of an avenue of trees where the trees are all lined up one behind each other. Tissue, easy peasy. Think of a tissue. And Tuesday, I didn't have a picture for. Okay, we're now going to watch the Lesterland video for both of these sounds. So we're going to move between the two of them. Look carefully and listen carefully to the two sounds.
Now here's Mr. I and Mr. E out walking.
Hi, I'm Mr. I. You know I like to say my name, I. Greetings, I'm Mr. E. I say my name E in words. When we go out walking together, you will usually hear me say my name, I. But you won't hear me because I'm too busy looking out for robots.
When Mr. I and Mr. E go out walking, Mr. I usually does the talking. He just says his name, I, but his friend won't do the same. Explore.
When these two vowel men go out walking, they take turns to do the talking. Today, Mr. I is saying his name, I, while Mr. E is looking out for the robot gang. They have just walked under a clothesline full of ties. I wonder if they have dried. They have decided to stop for a picnic and have brought lots of pies. Can you see all those flies? I hope they don't eat the pies.
Words. Click on the Letterlanders to hear the sound they make in words. Click on the pictures to hear the words. Pie, flies, tie.
How do you do? You know I say you. Greetings, I'm Mr. E. I say my name, E. When we go out walking together, you'll hear me say my name, you. But you won't hear me because I'm too busy looking out for robots.
Explore. Mr. U and Mr. E are out walking along Bluebell Avenue. Mr. U does the talking.
You.
Let's say his name again. You. What can you see on Bluebell Avenue? Can you see some blue paint and some glue? What can you do on Bluebell Avenue on Tuesday? Words. Click on the Letterlanders to hear the sound they make in words. Click on the pictures to hear the words. Blue, Tuesday, glue. Song.
When two vowels go out walking, the first man does the talking. The first man says his name, you, but his friend won't do the same. But his friend won't do the same.
His friend is the lookout man, watching for the robot band, who catch vowels when they can, as they walk through Letterland. as they walk through Letterland.
Right, what you need to do now, please, is to get your homework book and turn to page 18. On page 18, you will see your 12 words for the week. And what you need to do is to color in the words that have the I sound. I want you to color in those words with red. Okay? So there would be your first one, flies. Color in the whole block in red. The words that have the U sound, I want you to color in with blue. So that second word, fuel, would be a blue word. All right? So all the blue words have the U sound. And then lastly, you need to have eagle eyes and see there are some words that don't have the U sound or the I sound. And they are your sight words, those words that you just have to learn how to spell. Okay, I'll give you a clue. This is one, the word they. Oopsie, I went a bit high there. They. That would be a sight word. So I would like you to please color code all of those blocks now. Press pause before you move on to the next slide. Okay, so what you're going to be doing today is writing sentences, but in these sentences, you are going to need to include, make sure you've got a verb. All right, so verbs, we've covered this a lot already. You should know by now that verbs are action words or doing words. They are words that tell you what someone is doing. So what I want you to do is get your whiteboard, please. Write number 1 to 5 on your whiteboard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to show you 5 sentences. And your job is to spot the verb in each of the sentences and write it on your whiteboard. Okay, here we go. The first sentence. I saw my dad's tie on the floor. Okay, so where's the verb? Write down next to number 1 which word the verb is. You don't need to write the whole sentence. Just write down which word the verb is. Number 2. I cried when I fell and hurt my knee. Okay? Second, next to number 2, write down the verb or verbs if there's more than one. Number 3, can you pass me the blue ball? Where's the verb? Number 4, I spied a yummy cake in the shop, in the cake shop. Where's the verb? The doing word. Finally, number 5, the fireman rescued the man from the house. Where is the verb, the action word? Okay, you got all 5 written down, number 1 to 5, I hope so. Let's now check your answers. Okay, so the first, number 1, saw. I saw my dad's tie on the floor. So saw is the doing word, the thing that I did, I saw. Number 2, I cried when I fell and hurt my knee. So cried and fell and hurt. All of those are verbs, doing words. You can fall, you can hurt, and you can cry. Number 3, pass. Can you pass me the blue ball? So pass is the verb. 4, I spied a yummy cake in the cake shop. Spied is the verb. Number 5, rescued. The fireman rescued the man from the house. So rescued is the verb, the doing word. Okay, so today's task, you've got page 18 open, I'm sure already. What do you need to do? You need to write a sentence with the following U words: fuel, avenue, tissue, and Tuesday. So those 4 words, they need you need to write 4 sentences, one with fuel, one with avenue, one with tissue, one with Tuesday. Then write a sentence with the following I words: flies, die, pie, and tried. Okay, so another 4 sentences. So all in all, there'll be 8 sentences. But here is the trick. Each sentence must have a verb in it. So every single sentence has to have a verb, a doing word. And you need to underline that verb in red. Underline the doing word in red. So boys and girls, 8 sentences with verbs, with the verb underlined. Make sure you get that correct. Good luck. Think carefully. Boys and girls, remember, sentences start with capital letters. Capital letters are in your head and your tummy of your cat. Sentences always end with a punctuation mark, a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Please make sure you are doing that when you are writing your sentences. Good luck.